For decades, the extreme metal band Behemoth has been engrossed in controversy, but recently they faced a new challenge. In 2023, they decided to give back by selling limited edition Behemoth-themed black teddy bears, with all proceeds intended to go to UNICEF Poland in an effort to help children in need. But their good intentions hit a roadblock when they were told they could not donate due to the nature of their message. It seems the organization would rather refuse the nearly $2,500 US than to be associated with the black and death metal band. Nedga and the band were furious, but despite the setback, Behemoth refused to back down. They found another worthy cause, the largest children's hospital in their hometown of Gdańsk, who were happy to accept the donation. In the end, their determination prevailed, and they were able to make a positive impact. Just like in their music, Behemoth proves that overcoming adversity is all part of the journey. As Nedga would say, we are part of that force that wills evil, but produces good. How did Angela Gasso join Arch Enemy, and where is she now? It all started with the phone interview for a German webzine where Angela met guitarist Michael AMON. Little did she know that conversation would change her life forever. After plugging her own band, she later handed Michael a videotape demo with low-quality footage of her previous performances. As Arch Enemy's popularity soared, vocalist Johan Leva was not up for the challenge, and so departed, creating an opportunity for Angela to join as their new vocalist. From 2000 to 2014, Angela dominated the stage with her powerful voice, but eventually she decided to step down, wanting to focus on family and explore new opportunities. Angela continues her role as the band's manager. She was even the one who recommended Elisa Whiteglass as her successor. With the passing of the torch, Elisa took over, ensuring the legacy of Arch Enemy lives on. And that's where Angela Gasso is now, shaping the future of metal behind the scenes. Brazil's largest metal act, Sepultura, has had a profound impact on the metal scene. Initially, the band actually idolized everything but Brazilian culture. They even refused to sing in Portuguese, opting for English instead. The band was eager to tour the world and explore cultures beyond their own, and soon, they would do just that. But as they toured, they realized the lack of awareness surrounding Brazil's struggles with poverty and corruption, prompting them to raise awareness through their music. No album exemplified this better than their 1996 album, Roots. It was a turning point for metal, blending new metal sounds with Brazilian instrumentation and tribal chants. This bold move broke the rules of typical metal of the time and influenced bands to explore different sounds as well. Sepultura's legacy continues to resonate in the music heard today, influencing bands for generations to use their music as a bridge between culture and change. AMARTH is known for their Viking-inspired heavy metal anthems and for turning their live shows into epic spectacles. With giant shields and imposing boats, they truly bring the age of Vikings to the 21st century. But in 2022, they took it a step further, making their fans the star of the show. During live performances of Put Your Back Into the Oar, fans didn't just watch, they became a part of the saga. As the song reached its climax, a commanding chant echoed through the venue. Fans sit down and line up, side by side, in a powerful display of unity. AMARTH transformed their concert into a sea of Viking warriors, mimicking the rowing of a Viking longships, rowing in unison, not just celebrating the music, but embodying the spirit of Viking brotherhood lore. In a world where concerts are just performances, AMARTH and their fans remind us that music, at its best, is a communal experience, a bond that brings us together, stronger and united. Venom and Venom Inc. How can two bands have such similar names? Well, to answer that, we have to travel back to 1978. The band Guillotine was going through some lineup changes that eventually resulted in a name change to Venom. They began recording their first demo and, once again, they had another lineup change. Well, for some time, this trio would stick, consisting of Kronos, Abaddon, and Mantis. They went on to make huge influential waves in metal through the span of 4 albums. Then, the pieces started moving again. Mantis left, 2 took his place, then 3 left, leaving only Abaddon behind. Entered the Demolition Man, Tony Dolan. Mantis would return, and Venom was reborn, up until they disbanded in 1992. But in 1995, the original trio formed Venom once again, only to have multiple lineup changes soon after, until eventually Kronos would find himself being the final original member of Venom. Meanwhile, in 2015, Mantis the Demolition Man and Abaddon would form Iron and Steel, but for the sake of the fans, the band decided to go by Venom Inc. Both bands would coexist and eventually be known as their own entities, leaving us with one more lineup change. Leaving us with 2 bands with similar names. If you're a fan of Bad Omens, you've likely witnessed the intense music video for Dethroned. But here's an interesting fact for you. That gruesome video wasn't filmed outdoors. It was actually filmed inside a house, the band's house. The video was directed by Ori McGuinness, a close friend and fellow housemate. When the group got together to brainstorm the ideas for the video, they decided to use their own home as the set. And guess what? This wasn't the first time. McGuinness had already transformed their dining room into a cave during the shoot for Carry the Weight by We Came as Romans. But for Dethroned, things got even crazier. They blacked out the room, reused the tarps of soil, and added layers of mud and condiments. The band, actors, instruments, and props were all submerged in a concoction of filth. And just to spice things up, they even lit a speaker on fire for that added touch of practical effects. The result was a perfectly brutal and gruesome depiction of the song's intensity and rage. And after witnessing what the band endured during filming, it also delivers a whole new meaning to Don't Try This at Home.